Well, cheers everybody, and welcome to another Good Cook, Bad Cook episode. Today we're just going to be showing you a brine, or how to brine. Pretty much anything that you're going to put into a brine is basically, you're going to have, basic ratio is 1 gallon of water to 1 cup of salt, or maybe 3/4 cup salt. And if you're using like table salt, you want to have a little bit less than if you're using, say, coarse salt, because I think it's about that 1/4 cup difference in density. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got your salt and your water. That's your most important thing. And I think your next important thing is going to be a little bit of sugar in there. This is a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. We got a couple cloves of garlic that we're going to smash, throw in there. 1/2 tablespoon of black pepper, and then 1/2 teaspoon of both cayenne pepper and cumin. And up here we have some liquids. We got a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/2 cup of soy sauce. This is 4 cups of water. We already got 4 in there. And we're gonna do 1/2 of the gallon, so the 4 and 4 for 8, which is 1/2 gallon. We're gonna boil that first, and then we're gonna dump a bunch of ice in there to try to come out to a gallon, maybe a little more, to cool it all down, because we're gonna bring this to a boil, and you can't put your meat into hot water or it'll start getting diseased, or cooking.
Either one.
So,
Not a good thing. If you're trying to barbecue, you don't want already kind of cooked boiled chicken.
right, don't boil your meat.
Do you need to wait until it's boiling to add your ingredients, or can you add them while
No, you can add them while they're heating up. The boiling, you don't actually have to boil it. You could, just kind of stir it around and dissolve it, but it does dissolve it better, and that will therefore make the meat absorb it better when it goes through its process of osmosis, where it sucks out, the salt sucks out the fluid, and then the meat sucks the salty liquid back in with its flavor.
Cool.
And you can use whatever you want. This is what we use on basically everything. In a turkey, or not turkey, I've done it on turkey, but chicken, pork, stuff like that. Anything we're brining. So, turn that on. Yeah. And when you do this, you want to bring it to a boil for about, 5 minutes or so. Not too long. So put in our other 4 cups of water. Doesn't matter what order so you add this in. It's been a long day. Yesterday.
I was gonna say, as you started today.
So salt. Oh, sure. Sugar. Black pepper. Cayenne pepper. I can do a better job of that. Come on. Smack it around a little bit. There you go.
Give it a little tap.
Cumin. Soy sauce, don't spill that. Olive oil. Put it in there so it doesn't drip over. Perfect. And then we'll just crush these.
Are you concerned about removing the skin at all?
No.
You can do that.
When you, so depending on how big your meat is or whatever, you'll let it sit in there for however long. There's guides online that you can find. Generally we cook wings, and when we do wings we let it sit in there for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours. You can go shorter if you want to, but that seems about a good amount of time. And when you take it out, you're gonna rinse all your meat off anyways when you take it out of the brine. So it'll be mostly clean off of. None of this stuff will stick to it really, so should be good. So we put that in there, and we wait till it boils for a little while. Turn that on high, and drink more beer while you wait. Cheers. Alright, so this has started to boil a few minutes ago, and we stir it occasionally while it's coming up to a boil to help all the shit dissolve. But it's been going for a few minutes now, so it's probably good. And you can just turn that off. And if that isn't too hot, move it off of your burner. And dump in your ice. Careful, because this splashes pretty good if you got a big pot like that. And you can stir this around, help with the cooling off process. You might need to add more ice. I mean, I try to get about 8 cups, but you might need to add more. And it might help if you reduce the initial amount of water a little bit. Because I find it takes a bit more ice than to cool down the water than it does, you know, half and half. So that doesn't make any sense, but think about it, you'll get it.
Anything about where the temperature is?
You can watch the ice
200
cubes
degrees
melt.
versus
Yeah.
30, 28 degrees.
So you just kind of keep an eye on it and it'll cool off, and then you can either store it in the fridge, or once it's cooled down enough, just put your meat in here. I think if you're 40 degrees or lower, you're safe. And that's how to make a brine.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. I was smooth about it.
It wasn't smooth. Cheers, everybody. Have fun. So this is boiling now.